Midnight in Abbottabad. After midnight, May 2nd, 2011, helicopters crossed quietly into Pakistan airspace. Then a sudden complication. One helicopter experienced instability during landing inside the compound. In that moment, training met unpredictability. The team adapted instantly. Clear communications, disciplined movements, controlled aggressions, floor by floor, the compound was secured. The mission objective was located. Within approximately 40 minutes, the operation was complete. But this was not only about one individual. Hard drives, documents, and digital storage were collected. Intelligence for future operations. Information remained the ultimate weapon. Washington, D.C., late April 2011. Inside the White House. Situation room. Silence carried weight. Maps covered the screens. Satellite images glowed in dim light. Intelligence reports stacked up after years of pursuit. At the center of the room sat President Barack Obama. The mission on the table was clear. The certainty was not somewhere in Abbottabad. A mysterious compound stood, tall walls, no internet connection, no phone lines. Was the world's most wanted man inside. The operation would later be known as Operation Neptune Spear. But before helicopters ever lifted off, the real battle was happening here, the minds of decision makers. In the intelligence suburb, for nearly a decade after 9/11, US agencies searched for Osama bin Laden. He avoided phones, he avoided the internet, he avoided electronic traces. So analysts changed the strategy. Instead of hunting the leader directly, they hunted the network. The key breakthrough came from tracking a trusted courier. Months of surveillance followed, vehicle monitored, routine studied, satellite images compared. The compound in Abbottabad raised questions. Why high walls? Why burn fast instead of collecting it? Why no digital footprint in a city full of military presence? Analysts connected behavioral pattern. They calculated probabilities, but it was never 100% confirmed. And that uncertainty created enormous psychological weight. The war room pressure. Inside the situation room debate intensified airstrike, joint operation with Pakistan, or a covert ground raid. An airstrike would erase evidence. Working with Pakistan risked leaks. A ground raid means risking Americans' life. Every option carried political, military, and diplomatic consequences. Failure could damage global credibility. Success could redefine counter-terrorism strategy. President Obama asked one central question: can we live with consequence if we are wrong? This was not just a military planning. It was risk calculation under historic pressure. The memory of past intelligence mistakes hovered silently in the room. Every advisor felt it. The decision demanded calm leadership under extreme uncertainty, strategy, and network precisions. The chosen path: a stealth helicopter insertions by elite force from the United States Navy SEALs, massive intelligence network, satellite monitoring, real-time drone feeds, CIA coordinations, military command structures, diplomatic contingency teams, backup plan were layered carefully. If helicopters failed, secondary extraction. If resistance escalated, support options. If diplomatic tension rose, prepared communication strategy. This was a strategy built like architecture, every weakness reinforced. Shockwaves. For nearly 10 years, Bin Laden had symbolized global fear. His removal carried psychologically weight far beyond Abbottabad. For Americans, it brought a sense of closure. For extremist network, it disrupted leadership stability. For intelligence community worldwide, it demonstrated the power of patient surveillance and coordinated strategy. Yet leaders understood something deeper. Eliminating a figure does not eliminate an ideology, but psychologically momentum shifted. Confidence in intelligence precision into special operation doctrine evolved. The moment, the moment history shifted, later that night, President Obama addressed the nations. The announcement confirmed what years of search had failed to achieve. The raid affected US-Pakistan relations, global counterterrorism operations, intelligence collaborations on methods,
All team members
special
accounted
force
for and
deployment
prepare for immediate
strategy.
departure. Let's move out.
But perhaps most importantly, it proved something timeless. Wars are not won by firepower alone. They are shaped by analysis, patience, risk assessment, and decisions made under extraordinary psychological pressure. Operation Neptune Spear was not just a midnight raid, it was the result of a decade of silent intelligence and one decision in a quiet war room that changed the history. That late at night on May 2nd, 2011, two stealth helicopters carrying the elite members of the United States Navy SEALs crossed into Pakistani airspace. Their target, a compound in Abbottabad. The mission was extremely risky. Shortly after arrival, one helicopter experienced mechanical issues and crashed landed inside the compound. Despite the setback, the team continued the operations. The raid lasted approximately 40 minutes. Inside the compound, Bin Laden was located and killed during the operations. The SEALs collected documents, computers, and intelligence materials before departing. They destroyed the damaged helicopter to protect classified technology by explosive. Then the team exited Pakistani airspace. After identification through DNA testing, Bin Laden's body was buried at sea from the aircraft carrier to prevent any physical gravesite from becoming a symbolic location. Operation Neptune Spear became one of the most significant counter-terrorism mission in modern history, and it also remained one of the most daring missions in modern military history.